Hello, my name is Casey Loomis, and this is my 8th visual novel overview video titled Counting the Cost. With regards to my plot, it is the 7th story. I'm calling it done on July 30th, 2023. The story started December 26th, 2022. So this project took 7 months to complete, 1 month less than the last visual novel. The reason is because I was able to do twice as many digital art pages in the month of June. The story had a runtime of 55 minutes, 22 minutes more than the last one. By counting the number of digital art pages I've done related to this visual novel, I'm able to get an accurate idea of how many hours have gone into making it. This amount is 217 hours. This means that had I been able to spend 8 hours a day on the project, I could have had it complete in a little more than 27 days. This visual novel took a little less than 4 hours of work to produce 1 minute. The last visual novel took 4.5 hours of work to produce 1 minute. This is definitely an improvement. This time improvement was due in part to not having to create as many new support characters, but I'll get back to that later. The central theme of this story dealt with determining if you have the resources to do something and how best to use your resources to get it done. This was illustrated in the story when the man from the previous episode revealed that he wanted to buy fishing gear but didn't have the money. Ryan helped him with this specific problem, while Nick showed him that the concepts Ryan was describing had more far-reaching applications. A related idea to determining how to get the resources to do something is to decide if you even should be doing something. This was illustrated by the man buying peanut butter even though it didn't interest him. This idea was revisited when the woman from the previous episode revealed that she bought a dress just because it was popular. Another time the story dealt with determining if you have the resources to do something was when the team met Bobby. Bobby was interested in buying a race car, and Ryan revealed that the cost is more than the sticker price. The team showed Bobby that research could expose the additional costs, and once they were known, preparations could be made to pay them. The concept of unformatted matter was expanded in the story in 3 major ways. The first was when it was revealed that characters made from unformatted matter didn't cease to exist when the mission was over, even though the lab dismissed this idea. This was illustrated by the many characters that are seen from previous stories. The second way unformatted matter was expanded on was when Bobby revealed that he knew Charlie. This indicated that people made from unformatted matter are at least aware of what happens inside unformatted matter, even when they aren't present. The third way unformatted matter was expanded on was when Ryan determined that the salesman and Hamilton were the same person. This is important to Ryan because he feels that the old woman from the second episode, who he met after the trip to unformatted matter, was the same old woman he met inside unformatted matter, even though they look different. This episode also reinforced the idea that unformatted matter can be influenced to create things such as Penelope's perfect dress, and that these things are not what they appear to be. For example, the car that Penelope wanted to buy didn't work like an actual car. It was fueled by pudding. Getting back to the subject of time improvement between this visual novel and the last one, realizing that it was due in part to making fewer supporting characters, it's important because it prevents me from having unreasonable expectations about a fast production time for the next visual novel. On that note, I'd like to talk about expectations. Expectations can be used to motivate, like when I started learning to draw because I expected to be in animation, which I feel I'm still on the way to becoming. Expectations can also demotivate. For example, had I been able to do this visual novel in half the time as previous visual novels, then I might expect that to be the production time for every visual novel going forward. However, if I couldn't make the goal, then I would be very discouraged. Make sure to be flexible with your expectations in order to ensure that they are pushing you forward instead of holding you back. That concludes my 7th visual novel overview video, titled Counting the Cost. If there was anything in the video you liked or found useful, please add a like. Comments about any of the content would be appreciated. Thank you for watching.